Those of us who live in southwest Colorado are blessed to have beautiful mountain scenery, wilderness, folklore, and a fascinating history of western expansion. For that history, we owe a debt of gratitude to our forebears. It came at the expense of both the dreamers who took a risk by chasing the riches held in these mountains, and the indigenous people whose long-established connection to this land and way of life was about to change in ways few could imagine. In the early 1880s, there was one thing that fast-tracked these changes: the railroads. The San Juan Mountains were not in the initial plan when former Union Army General William Jackson Palmer established the Denver and Rio Grande Railway to head south from Denver in 1870. But by the latter part of that decade, the explosion of mining in the southwest region of Colorado had taken hold. It was obvious that this narrow gauge railroad was destined to branch into our region. Congressional charter had already opened up the West for railroad expansion, and the mining industry begged for this support with all of the ancillary business and growth it would bring. Agriculture, coal mining, timber harvest, and a burgeoning population laid the foundation for our future. And in 1881, the rails reached the new town of Durango. Palmer's developers had plotted Durango. The new town was literally built by and for the railroad and what it would bring to southwestern Colorado. The core of the company's intent in the area was to reach the ore-rich Silverton mining district, and rails reached that burgeoning mining town in the summer of 1882. Durango quickly became a boomtown and marshaling point for smelting and forwarding the valuable minerals from the region, and would ultimately become a hub for additional railroad expansion into more of the San Juan mountain range. In 1893, fortunes turned quickly for the mines in supporting the railroad branches when the 1890 Silver Purchase Act, which required government purchase of silver and the issuance of paper currency to support it, was repealed by President Grover Cleveland. The financial depression that ensued was felt nationwide. There was a significant decline in the value of silver and a contraction of mining activity in the San Juans. Some of the local railroad interests were held in court-appointed receiverships. The narrow gauge lines were generally able to survive the economic downturn, but the early glory days were already fading. By the late 1940s, the Silverton branch of the Rio Grande narrow gauge started to experience an unexpected boom from tourism. The war was over, roads were being improved, summer travel was a new family trend, and Americans loved the lore of the Old West. The now famous Silverton train grew in tourist ridership every year, and the Durango area started to become an icon of southwest Colorado. Today, our beloved narrow gauge lines are considered historical gems and are well known worldwide. While our early railroads began as a vehicle to propel our civilization toward the future, today they are a means for us to explore our past. As we celebrate the founding of our state and country, we are also grateful that these historic railroads are still here for us to experience and share with future generations.
To read this story, visit colorado150southwest.org.
Alpine Bank, committed to Colorado and you.